What's popping? It's been a minute. It's really been a minute, but I have an explanation. A reason why I went MIA for a week. So this is what we're gonna be talking about. Hi everybody, my name is Anisum Keto and welcome to my channel Unity. And today we're gonna have a chit chat. Get ready with me. Update you what's going on in my life. Why I've been dead silent. There's a lot. So I decided to do makeup while telling y'all this so that, I have something to do with my hands and while I speak. So let's get started. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm so happy right now. Like, this is giving me so much joy. Okay. It's been a minute. Ah! Dang. I should stop. Anyway, I'm gonna try to do my brows real quick. This is the only mirror that I have at the moment, and I'm lazy to go fetch a bigger. Well, there is no bigger mirror, to be honest. But what I wanted to say is that, so for those people that know, they know that I graduated in 2020, but that was my second graduation. My first graduation was in 2020. You're 2029. Wow, I'm in the future. Maybe I'm gonna graduate in 2029. Maybe. But my first graduation was in 2019, and I was looking for a job back, even like when I started in 2018, when I still didn't have my degree. I looked for a job, and yeah, let me tell you, they don't tell you this. These people lie to you. Life is adulthood is a trap. It's a trap. You look at it, it's a trap. Like, they don't tell you how hard it is to look for a job, how emotionally draining, how mentally draining, how spiritually draining it is. Like, and I've seen it. Like, I've seen it in this week that I didn't post, that I've been MIA, and like I've seen how much of a toll it takes on a person. Like, you can't even get out of bed. That's how discouraged you are and stuff like that. Like, it's been a hard couple of months, man. It's been a hard couple of months. So I finished my studies in 2020. I got my honors in 2020. So I was like, okay, we're doing this job shit, and I was tired of school. I don't want to go back to school and stuff like that. Let me tell you, it's March now, and I'm still at home. And throughout the years, I've discovered coping mechanisms, when things hit the fan, like when I feel down or I'm slightly depressed. Like, I don't even want to name it depression, because, see, if you name something, you give it power over it. That's what I believe. Sorry. That's what I like to believe. You give it a name and you keep on naming something that has power on you. It has a hold upon you. So I don't like saying I'm depressed or I'm anxious, even though I know it's that, but it's like, I'm going to be okay. Or if it's just me, it's probably just me. So, like, I had those bouts of like anxiety and stuff, but I never let them like swallow me, because that ish can swallow you whole. Like, I've experienced it. It's not like the greatest thing, and coming out of it is even harder, and like talking to people is even worse. Like, in our society or in our black households, depression and all of these things are like taboo. Like, our parents don't talk about it. Like, I was seeing this meme and I showed it to my mom, and this lady was opening her a daughter or son's door, and the caption was like, depression. I'm like, that's not how it works though. But then like, our parents are not educated enough to understand what's going on. So I try my hardest to tell my mom, but sometimes it's hard because, man, they grew up in an era where the only thing they knew was survival. And even if they did have depression or any sort of like mental illness, they never like read about it or learned it or how to like to deal with it in a way, because they had other things to do. They needed to provide, they needed to, make their lives better for themselves and their children. So that's very admirable, if you ask me, but also very jaded, because now When I try explaining stuff to my mom, like, Mom, I don't feel okay, like I have no will to stand or do anything, it's chalked up as being lazy, or like it's not even. My mom is understanding, she's the most understanding person in the world, but there's a limit to it. Like when I don't feel like cleaning, or I don't feel like cooking that day, and then she comes back from work and there's no food, like, you get it, like any parent will get mad at that. But yeah, so how it happened to me not being able to post is I was feeling okay, like the weekend, the Saturday and the Sunday. But with me, it's like I drain stuff out. Like I don't want to think about it because I know how it makes me feel. So I didn't think about it very much, and I don't know triggered my what triggered it. I just didn't feel like doing anything. The Monday when I was supposed to film a video, I just didn't feel like it. And then the Tuesday, I could also film the video and post it the same day. I still didn't feel like it. I just I just didn't do it. I laid in bed, like I didn't want to talk to my family. I was just out of it. I've never like I felt that way, but I've always been alone. And like to see, I can't focus and talk at the same time with my eyebrows. Let me just finish this. Oh, yeah, that's something. This, I don't know. It was just so hard to see how my family wanted to help me, but they didn't know how to. And that's all because I also didn't know how to get out of it. Like I've always prided myself in being able to handle things on my own. But then like the last week was like, uh, I can't do it anymore. Like that hit me so hard because like my family wanted to help me, my mom and my sister, and they didn't know what to do, and I couldn't give them an answer to. Like I was also like so confused. Like how does one stop thinking negatively? How does one like stop, like it was like to a point where I was so scared. I was like, what is going on with my, I pride myself on being a very positive person. I try my hardest to stay positive, you know. But then there's sometimes when you're like, nah, I can't do this. And then I was in that state for like a whole week. I'm telling you, a whole week. I was like just laying in bed, barely eating. My mom was having, like, she doesn't like it when I don't eat. And like, how can I tell her is that I don't have no appetite for your food? Like, I don't have any energy to get out of bed and make myself food. Like, I don't. That's not something that I want to do. And how do you explain that to your parent who has been taking care of you for like your whole life? And now all of a sudden, you don't want to eat and you're losing weight, and it was tough. And then like you see the pain, like you see their pain, and then that hurt me more because like you can see that they're helpless, they don't know what to do. And then like I'm also like, I also don't know what to do because I also don't know what's going on. It's just been the most weirdest week ever. And like I wouldn't take it back because it taught me a lot about myself. Like in varsity I lived alone, so I could stay in my depressive bubble for a while, or I found ways to like get out of it. Like I used to make videos, um, dance in my room and film it, and like talk to myself. I had this long mirror, a self-standing mirror that I used to talk to myself all the time. Like my friends thought I was crazy. I'm like, guys, like this is like therapy for me. Like this is therapeutic. Being able to talk to myself and be like, bitch, why are you feeling like this? So that I can understand my feelings and why it's affecting me that way. So now that I'm like back at home, I live with people, it's not as easy as it was, and like I think I've grown from there. So like those things that I used to do don't do the things no more. And like it was like really like scary because like I don't know how to get out of it. Like I used to be able to like draw and paint and stuff. I'm not the best drawer, but I draw and paint so that like I start like thinking all positive and all that stuff. So now just like stuck. I don't know what to do. I'm like, God, like really, really, like you're gonna make me sad like for a week. Like God, this is what we're doing right now. So it was just like the hardest week thus far. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have more, but that was like a kicker. I was like, dang, this not being able to do something with my life or being unemployed is really like really getting to me. It's really like affecting me emotionally, mentally, spiritually, like physically, because I'm losing weight like it's nobody's business. And it's not cute now. It's not, it was cute then. Now it's not cute because now I'm like skinny and I don't want to be skinny. Me, I like to be thick. The skinny business is not working out for me because like, no man, this body, I don't know. I don't know. I probably should be grateful, but I'm also not, come to think of it. but that's what's been going on, and I was like out of it. And then I was praying to God. I was like, God, you know I will still praise you, right? Like even if I don't get a job, like I don't like be successful the way I think, if that's not what God wants me to be, then I'll be sad. Of course you'll be sad. Guaranteed. But like I can't fight what God has planned for me. Like I could never fight it. Like it's not something that I want to fight. Nobody wants to fight with God. Nobody wants to do that. Mm-mm. Mm. Jacob did it and he came out with a lump. Imagine if I did it. What is gonna happen? Like maybe I'm gonna die because God was very gracious to Jacob and gave him just a lump. Just like was. I don't want to do that to myself. No, sir. So I was just like so into my head. I was like, God, I was not reading the Bible like I was reading the Bible. I was not talking to God like how I usually talk to God. I was just silent, not doing anything, just like lambing, just laying there, thinking of all these negative things like I'm never going to get a job. I'm never going to be able to take care of my mom. I'm never going to feel good about myself again because I can't do the one thing that I think I'm destined to do. I can't help people the way I think I can because I am not given the opportunity to do it. Like there was all these thoughts happening all at once, and I'm like, really, God, like this is what we're gonna do right now. You're gonna let me think like this about myself for a week, like for a whole week. You're gonna let me think that I am not enough and I am not worthy. And then I realized it's not really God that's making me think this. It's me, my human side. Like it's me who's just so stuck in like what I can do for myself, my strength, me, that I'm not taking in account the that God is the one who I'm supposed to put first. He's the one that enables me to have the strength. He's the one that enabled me to be able to wake up in the morning, to even feel sad or even feel in general. He's the one who's in control of everything. And I'm stuck there. Like by that time those thoughts came to me. I'm like, and so you are bad bitch. Why are you out here feeling sad up for yourself? Like I was like so mad at myself because I'm like, why am I feeling sad when I know that I am of Christ? I'm heir and co-heir with Jesus Christ. Like I am Jesus Christ's sister. Like think about it. Like think about it. Like I am royalty. Me. And then when it hit me, I was like, dang. I wasted days feeling so bad about myself. Days. And people waste like years. I wasted days pushing away people that love me. Days. Not allowing them to be able to help me. Days. Degrading myself. Feeling self-conscious. Days. That's a lot of time. I could have done so much. I could have made like 4 videos by then. I could have made somebody's day. I could have texted one of my friends and made their day, or somebody could have made my day. But no. I wasn't like self-pity, which is like, when I think about it, it's okay. Because everybody goes through things once or twice in their lives that they need to like sit back and be like, dang, like that happened. Like that happened and I came out okay. Like, it was me who was able to get out of it with the help of people, of course, but it was me in the beginning. It's just, yeah, it was just, this week was too much. Last week I thought it was like, it feels like, when January starts in the beginning of the end, January feels like a year. That's what last week felt like for me. It felt like it was never gonna stop. Felt like I was never gonna come out of it. I was never gonna feel good about myself again. Like, me being able to sit down and talk to you guys now, and being able to put on makeup, have this wig on that I'm covering because it's like I still have to take care of it. Like, that alone is an accomplishment for me, because I was in my bed the whole day, really ate. I was just like, and seeing the how I couldn't do anything for myself. Like, I didn't know how to get out of it. And like, dang, man, in our communities, we don't talk about these things. Time to think of it. Like, now, obviously, now everything is out in the open. Like, how everybody's like, I'm woke and stuff like that. I'm not. Like, I don't think I am. Like, yes, I know things. I know what's going on in the world, what's happening, but there's certain things that I don't want to talk about. Not because, like, I don't stand for it, or I'm not for it, but it's because I don't know enough about it. Like, I don't want to be talking on something that I am not educated on. I don't want to be making guesses and then doing something or saying something wrong that will affect somebody else. Like, if I talk about rape, I've never been raped. I don't know anybody close to me that has been, So I can't talk about something that I don't know of. Yes, I can read, I can do my research, I can do everything. Yes, I can do that. I can have empathy with other people who've experienced something bad, but I could never have that personal experience with it where I can be like, I know how you feel. I don't. Like, I really don't. And I don't want to use my knowledge to inflict any more pain to that person, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, goody two shoes, just because I read something in a book and now I think I know everything. Like, that's my view on most things that is happening in the world. Yes, I can do all my research, I can get equipped, I can equip myself with the knowledge of what's happening, but sometimes I stand back and watch what people say, and like, see on social media what's going on, and then some people speak facts, I cannot disregard that. And some people say stuff and you're like, don't do that. Like, you could have just kept quiet and not say anything, because now you are your English, what's the word, derailing from the point. Like, we're not no longer talking about Black lives. Now we're talking about all lives matter. Now we're talking about this. That's not what this is about. This is about this, So I really hold myself when it comes to certain things, because I need to understand first before I start saying anything that's like in relation to what's going on. So when it comes to mental health and stuff like that, it's out there, but it's not really out there. Like, our parents, I'm not even saying our parents, like, most people don't even understand what mental health is. And the moment you like explaining it, you can't really explain something. Like, is it only me? But I can't really explain what I'm feeling at the moment I'm feeling it. Afterwards, yes. But at the moment, it's like this big thing that can't be explained. Or it's just me, probably. But I'm talking too much. I can feel it. Like, I'm thirsty. But yeah, man, like, the week has shown me so much about myself. Do I want to put eyeshadow though? It has shown me so much about myself that I'm even scared for my sister, because she was saying in the car yesterday, oh, Sunday we went to church, was, and so you too deep for your own, like, for your own good. Like, things that are not even like deep, I take it deep. Like, and I'm like, it's because because I have nobody to talk to. Like, she's at work almost all the time. My mom's at work, and I'm always alone at home with my brother, who's also in his own room, minding his own business, like he should. Love you, bro. But like, it's more of a, most days I don't want to talk. I just keep quiet. But on the days that I do talk, I talk. Period. Like, there's no if or maybes or buts about it. I can talk your ear off. And I won't be even sorry about it. Like, you chose to talk to me. You are the one who decided, oh, let me just talk to answer. Maybe. That maybe turns into a yes, Sana, because I will talk your ear off. I can't even see this. Is it even doing anything? Probably not. I will talk your ear off. Like, it's like a, my mom likes to say that once I start, I can never be stopped. Period. And like, man, that's just funny every time I think about it, because most of the time, like, the personality that I have around people always think I'm like that all the time, but most of the time I'm just like this quiet girl who just like likes being at home and in her room and just minding her own business. But on most days, I'm a crazy hyperactive little kid who like likes attention. But I only like people who laughs at my jokes. If you don't, I'm not your friend. Even if my jokes are not funny, like, I know my jokes are funny. Like, most of my jokes aren't funny. But I joke around anyways, because it makes me happy, man. And I like messing with people a little bit just to see how they're gonna react to stuff. That's probably wrong, but anyways, I'm not even talking about what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, but yeah. And then things started clearing up at the end of the week. I started like feeling good about myself and better. My family helped, because like, with me and my family, for me, I like them being around. Their presence for me helps me. Like, we don't need to talk. Like, I don't need to talk to you about how I feel. But knowing that they are here and like with me helps me a lot. Like, it helped me a lot knowing that, hey, they care, man. They care. Like, they love me. They care about me. And they want me to be okay at the end of the day. So small things like that matter to me. And like, they really like helped me out, because man, things were not looking good there for a second. And I'm really appreciative that, English guys, what is going on? I'm really grateful that I have people like that in my life. Like, my family cares enough that they love me, even if I go quiet, like silent for like a week. They are there. They are constant. They're constant. See, you don't need to do me, like, you don't need to do anything extra with me. You don't need to buy me presents or anything. Like, being there for me is everything. And for them to do that is like the best thing a girl could ever ask for. And I'm very grateful that they love me, even though like sometimes I give them a reason not to. Man, family is flipping everything. And if you didn't know that, well, I'm praying that God helps you understand or see that no matter if you're going through something with your family, they still your family. But sometimes it's other family members that you like, I don't need this nonsense in my life. And then go. I'm telling you, leave. You don't need to please nobody's child. Like, I have some family members, I'm like, yeah, we family because of blood, but we ain't really family, come to think of it. Like, you know that. I know that. Everybody knows that. But just because we are raised to be decent human beings, you just gotta like be nice to people, which is flipping crazy, man, because other people aren't nice to you. But anyway, That's what I want to talk about. I don't know if this. Oh, I don't like it. I never like the things they do to my eye. It's the craziest thing ever. Like, but anyway, we're gonna continue. So that's why I wanted to like. This is like my apology video where I apologize for not posting last week. I just didn't have it in me. I really didn't have it in me to like get up on the camera and talk and act like I'm okay when I'm not okay. Like, that's not who I want to be. Like, I don't want to be acting crazy. Well, crazier than normal. But I'm so grateful to have you guys in my life and have people wished out and ask if I'm okay. That's rare. And I'm grateful for those that are in my life because, girl, this unemployment business is not the thing. It's not good, man. It's not something that I wish on anybody. It's so stressful, like, and there's nothing you can do. Nothing. You can keep on applying, praying to God that something comes up. You can keep on praying that, anything comes up, anything. But you can't really force something, especially now in our economic climate, everything that's going on. It's so hard. It's so hard. Like, I understand to a certain degree that it's out of our hands, but another, like, I just like just employ me. Then within the company we're gonna find out what I can do. Like, it's just, so I just wanted to let anybody know who's feeling the same way, always in the same situation, that you are not alone. Definitely not alone. It's hard out here, bro. It's really hard. And if you feel like you're not enough, that at some point things are not going well for you, like you just want to give up, it's okay. I guarantee you, everybody felt that type of way, one way or the other. Somebody felt like they're not good enough, they're not pretty enough, they're not enough in general. And then they feel down, they feel sad. It happens to the best of us. But be comforted in the knowledge that you're not alone, and that if you seek Christ, you're like, I don't know if I talk about it enough, but Jesus Christ is my Savior and my Lord, and the amount of peace I get when I talk to Him is just unexplainable. And it just so happens that when I was going through that, I didn't want to acknowledge Him in my life. But the moment I did, things started to clear up. The moment I started talking and started conversing, started sharing how I feel with Him first, because I have a problem with talking about my feelings with people. But the moment I'm able to communicate with God, it's like a awakening, like a resurrection, if you want to say that. Because I believe everybody needs something to believe in. Everybody ties their belief system or their faith to something. Whether it's whatever it is, use it. Don't neglect it. Don't think, oh, when things are good, I'm going to use it. And when things are bad, why are things are bad? Yes, we ask those questions. Everybody asks those questions. I ask those questions. But then I remember that He died for my life so that I can live today. I'm breathing because He decided that He's going to have grace and mercy for me. I didn't even know this guy. Like, I never knew G. Like, I never knew him. And He knew me before I was formed in my mother's womb. He knows the plans He has for me, the plans for me to prosper and have everlasting life. Like, He knows these things. It's just me that's stuck in my ways, that's stuck in the knowledge that I want to do this myself. I want to do this. Like, I want to do this. Like, I don't need nobody's help. When everybody needs help once or twice in their life. Like that's what I came out of this depressive state with. That if you call upon the Lord, your God, He will answer. If you seek Him, you will find Him. And if you seek whatever you're seeking, make sure you seek it with all you have. Make sure you pray with everything that you have. Don't leave anything out of it. Like, don't forget that you sinned, or don't forget that you did something that you were not supposed to do. And now you're not going to talk about it because it's not that important. To you, it's not, but that small thing could hinder your relationship with Christ, or that small thing can hinder the relationship that you want with that certain somebody, or that whatever, just because you can't speak about it. So you're holding yourself back into being great. And that applies to anything. Come to think of it, that applies to life, to the relationships that you have, friendships, your family. Like, if you hold yourself back, you can never move forward. Like, you can never step out of that old Anisi way. You can never step out of that old self. You can never be able to, like, I see where I want to go. Therefore, I need this person and that person for me in order to go there. Because sometimes you cannot walk alone. Sometimes you need somebody holding you up. Sometimes you need somebody to just be there to support you while you're struggling to get up, so that you can get to where you want to be. So that's what I learned this week. And if that is not some life-changing ish, I don't know what is. Y'all can go argue with yourselves. Me, I have found myself in a week. Not that I lost myself. It's more of I forgot. Let me put this on real quick. I forgot for a second that I am important, that I am enough, that I am loved, that I am beautiful, and that I am worth everything and anything that comes my way. Like, if a job doesn't come, okay, cool. I'll be hurt, of course. But there's nothing I can change. I am not in charge of that. And if a job does come, please, God, don't let me forget this moment. Don't let me forget everything that involved me getting the job. Because, Sana, it's hard out here for a pimp. If y'all know that, then y'all cool. I don't know how I feel about this, but we were just talking, and I wanted to do something with my hands before I go crazy, and I did it. Now, thank you for being patient with me, because I'm not patient with myself. Thank you for, like, waiting so that I can get my ish together, because, man, like, it's hard to talk about it, but it's harder to keep quiet. Because, like, you always feel like nobody understands you. I'm not gonna put lashes on because that's a lot of, you know how hard that is for me. Oh, but yeah, man, like, it's not the cutest makeup, but at least I did something, you know. I'm learning out here in the squids. I'm learning. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you have any more questions, and if you want to talk about it, like, talk about how this mental health issue and everything, you can leave a comment down in the comment section below. Like, if you have questions, if you have experienced something similar or are going through something similar, then, like, drop your advice, drop how you work through it. Because for me, I painted. I'm not sure y'all my paintings. I'm more of a shape type of girl. I can't draw to save anybody's life, but with shapes, give me shapes and paint, and I'm okay. I painted. after I started feeling better, I was like, I'm gonna do something that's creative for me. It makes me happy. So I paint, I do makeup, I make videos, like I go out of my way to try to make my family laugh. Like it's those things that like genuinely gives me joy, seeing other people laugh and seeing other people happy. Not because of me, but because of just life in general. That makes me happy. Like those small things, man, like watching videos that make me laugh, reading. I like to read, so reading books. Like the weirdest books, like I read books about werewolves and vampires and stuff, like billionaires, like CEO billionaires that are in love like with a poor girl, and then the poor girl changes the cold hearted CEO's heart and makes him love. Books like that, romance books. It's the craziest thing ever, because I don't like romantic movies are so predictable, but I enjoy romantic books because it's always something that's gonna make the couple mad at one another, and there's always somebody that's gonna have to grovel, and it's usually the guy. So it's like those things that really make me happy, like just reading about other people, not focusing on myself. That's probably a problem, but we're not gonna talk about it. And like going to church, seeing my brothers and my sisters in Christ, listening to the word, singing. And since like quarantine and all that stuff, like corona, it's been hard to like interact with people like physically because social distancing and stuff. But seeing the people that you love is great, and not losing anybody that you love. And if you did, I'm very sorry. God knows this was the hardest year or two for everybody. Like for everybody, I'm not even excluding nobody, for everybody. But for somebody who has always known what they wanted, for somebody who has always had a plan, it's harder for me because now I'm letting the world, I'm letting things happen, because I really have no control over it. And that's a learning curve for me that I'm still like maneuvering and I'm still trying to figure out, because girl, it's hard out here, man. Like, congrats and to those people that had figured it out, because I haven't. I'm still learning, and I wouldn't take this opportunity away because it made me who I am. It's making me the type of woman that I am, and I'll never apologize for that. Like, I can go through the worst things, but I will come out happier, come out knowing that at the end of the day, God loves me, my mom loves me, my dad loves me, even though I don't see him much, but my family loves me, my sisters, my brother love me. Like, I have the knowledge that I'm loved. Therefore, whatever pain I go through, losing friends, losing relationships, losing almost everything, does not amount to the love that I feel. So, my pastor was talking about love on Sunday, saying that love is the most misused word in the English dictionary, which is a fact, because people don't even understand what the word love means. Love is not, if I start, I'm not going to stop. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you have questions, leave them in the comment section. If you want to talk, give me advice. If you want to hire me, also, comment section. I'll make a great asset to your team. If you're watching and you want to hire somebody, it's me. It's me. Like, can you see? Like, I am a bundle of joy and J. Like, I will bring so much light into that office, my nigga. This is me self promo. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. See you next time in another video. Love ya. Peace.